what's going on, guys? It's MX24, and it's Friday, and it's time for another weekly news show. And this week there was a lot of stuff. We had the Disney Investor Day call along with the Game Awards. That is a lot of TV show announcements and a lot of video game announcements. So we're going to have to unpack that all. But before we get into that, please do remember to drop a like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, all that jazz, all that fun stuff us YouTubers tell you guys to do. Follow me on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I have one on Twitter, something on Facebook, barely ever on Instagram. Follow me on all those places, subscribe to me here. And with that, let's talk about this week's news. So we're just going to jump right into it with the Disney Investor Day call, right? This was a live stream for everybody. There was some things that we couldn't see. They had like a little presentation will resume shortly countdown because we're not special enough to see them. I don't understand Disney. I wanted to see some of this stuff. But that's fine. So let's just go over the Disney Investor Day announcements. We're first going to start with Star Wars and Marvel. Those are the two big ones. So for Star Wars, we got a lot of announcements. They said they had 10 Star Wars shows in production for Disney+. That is 10. That is as many fingers as you have. That's a lot. So first up, we got an official name confirmation for the Rogue One prequel series they're making about Cassian Andor. I don't know who's excited about that. I'm not overly excited about that. It might be good, it might not be. I'm not really sitting on the edge of my seat waiting for Cassian Andor's origin story. But the show will be called Andor, and it follows Cassian Andor. And we got a little behind the scenes video of how they're making the show and stuff for anybody who's interested. So the show's in production, it's underway, it's happening. I don't believe they said when it's happening, probably like 2022 maybe. But it looked interesting. I'm not overly excited for it. I'm not on the edge of my seat for it. But if you are interested in Cassian Andor's backstory, it's in the works. They also talked about the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, which is now officially seems to be called Obi-Wan Kenobi. Everyone thought it was going to be called like Kenobi or something, but it looks like it's officially called Obi-Wan Kenobi. 6 episodes long. And the big news is that Hayden Christensen is returning as Darth Vader or Anakin. That's right, Hayden frickin' Christensen. The man, the myth, the legend behind Anakin Skywalker in the prequels, alright? The man who hates sand. He is coming back. That is so exciting. They're calling it the rematch of the century. I don't know what that means because I don't know if they're not going to be able to fight because that doesn't make sense. But I'm so excited. It's going to be amazing. Hayden Christensen and Ian McGregor back as Obi-Wan and Anakin in a show. All right, I love this prequel. Love. Thank you, Disney. It's going to be awesome. If you're excited about it, let me know. They also announced a new show called The Acolyte, which is interesting. It's going to be like a mystery series following a Sith acolyte during the days of the High Republic. The High Republic, they're starting to release books about. It's like the height of the Republic power, and this is going to follow a Sith acolyte. We don't really know much about it yet besides that. And it sounds interesting, though. We don't get a lot of bad guy stories in the Star Wars universe. So to get a story centered around the bad guys, especially a Sith bad guy, is going to be pretty cool. It'll probably delve into the Force, delve into the Sith backstory. Maybe we'll learn about Darth Plagueis the Wise, all right? I'm excited. I hope it's good. It might. We don't know much about it, so for all we know, it's not going to actually come to fruition. But I hope it does. They also announced a Lando Calrissian show. That's right. We're getting a Lando show. Oh, geez, that's awesome. All right. More Star Wars smuggling stories, please. All right. I love the Star Wars criminal underbelly smuggling storylines. And I hope with this Lando show they can do a Han Solo sequel. I really hope. Please do that, all right? Please continue the Solo plot threads in this Lando story. Now, I don't know if they have confirmed Donald Glover's coming back as Lando or not. I really hope he is. If he's not, oh well, but I really hope Donald Glover is coming back at Lando because Donald Glover was great as Lando. I'm so excited for this show. I hope it's a Solo sequel. They also announced 2 spin-offs for The Mandalorian. Now, one of them we saw coming. Another one was, I don't know what is. So the one we saw coming was they're doing an Ahsoka spin-off starring Rosario Dawson. I'm assuming this is going to be like this Rebels sequel. I'm assuming this is going to be her tracking down Thrawn and Ezra Bridger. That's what I'm assuming. I'm excited for a live-action Ahsoka. I love me some Ahsoka. So give me a show about her. It's a limited show. I'm here for it. It's going to be awesome. And then they announced another spin-off called Rangers of the New Republic. I don't know what it is. It's headed by Dave Filoni, so it's going to be great. But what is it? What kind of a story are you trying to tell here with Rangers of the New Republic? I'm all here for New Republic stories, all right? I want to see the New Republic because we only got like 10 minutes of the New Republic in the sequel trilogies. You get a lot about them in the books, but in the sequel trilogy, you only got like 10 minutes of them. I want to see more of them, so if they're going to delve into the New Republic and how the New Republic works, I am here for it. But I want to know more. All we got was a logo. That's all we have. What is Rangers of the New Republic about? Well, then they showed off the Bad Batch trailer. The Bad Batch is the new animated show. It's right off the heels of Clone Wars. It follows the Bad Batch who were introduced in season 7, and it's going to take place right when the Empire starts gaining in power, right when they take over. And this is following clones and the aftermath, them dealing with the aftermath. And what did the clones do when the Empire took over? Because the clones obviously were decommissioned. So what did they do? Well, the Bad Batch is going to explore that. The show looks good. I love me some animated Star Wars content. I'm excited for it. I hope it's good. Then they announced another animated show called Star Wars Visions, which is going to be like an anime anthology project. It's going to have like 10 stories, I think it was, of anime-inspired animation. And it's going to be little Star Wars stories. I'm intrigued, all right? Anime-style animation in Star Wars? That sounds cool. I hope the stories really hold up, and I hope the stories are interesting. Otherwise, we're not going to want to watch it. But I hope it's good. And then in the movie realm, a lot of what they talked about was TV shows, but they talked about 2 movies coming. 2. First, they announced Patty Jenkins' Star Wars movie. Patty Jenkins is the director of Wonder Woman, and she's an amazing director. Well, she is directing a Rogue Squadron Star Wars movie. 2023. Rogue Squadron. You heard that right. Rogue frickin' Squadron. We are getting a squadron-based fighter pilot Star Wars movie. That is awesome. All right. There probably won't be Jedi. I mean, there might be a little bit of Jedi, but the focus is on fighter pilots. And if it looks like Rogue One's space battles did, I am here for it. It's going to be amazing. And Patty Jenkins, I trust her. She's a great director, so I trust she's going to be awesome. It says it's going to follow a new generation of heroic pilots, so I don't know if that's after the sequels, during the originals. I don't know what's going on here, but either way, I'm excited. 2023 can't come soon enough. And they also confirmed, it was long rumor, but they now confirmed that Taika Waititi is directing a Star Wars movie. We got a logo. That's it. We didn't really get anything else about it. But Taika Waititi's an awesome director. He did Jojo Rabbit. He did Thor 3. He's doing Thor 4. He's a great director. But we don't know anything about a Star Wars movie. But it's going to probably have his humor. That's a lot of Star Wars content. I am excited for all of it. We did not know where Star Wars was heading after the sequel trilogy. Now we do. And it looks exciting. They talked about Marvel at the end. And Marvel, a lot of it was already announced. We just got a lot of casting confirmations, a lot of casting information, but there were some big surprises, some big announcements. One of the big announcements we got is Secret Invasion for Disney Plus, a Disney Plus series. I'm surprised Secret Invasion is not an Avengers movie. I'm surprised they're doing the TV show route. I'm interested in it either way, but I'm surprised it's the TV show route over an Avengers movie. Samuel L. Jackson is returning as Nick Fury, and Ben Mendelsohn is returning as Talos. I'm excited for it. Secret Invasion's a great comic book storyline. If you don't know about it, you should go look it up and read about it. I trust Marvel to do it well, to do it justice. Next up, we have Ironheart. Now, I don't really know what Ironheart is. I am confused about that. If you know who Ironheart is, let me know in the comments, because I don't. But it's going to star Dominic Thorne as Riri Williams, who is obviously the star of the show. Again, I don't know who Ironheart is, but it's probably going to be interesting. You know, it's Marvel. Next up, they announced Armor Wars. Now, again, I don't know the Armor Wars storyline. I'm not familiar with it. But Don Cheadle is coming back as War Machine. That's pretty great. Okay, you gotta love War Machine. I'm glad that Don Cheadle is getting his own TV show. And he's going to be fighting to prevent Tony's technology from falling into the wrong hands. So both Ironheart and Armor Wars seem to have to do with Iron Man and Robert Downey Jr. So they're really holding on to that. They're really milking Tony Stark. But that's fine. That's fine. I'm excited to see it because I like Don Cheadle. Again, I don't know much about the Armor Wars storyline. Next up, they talked about an animated series called Baby Groot. It's just going to follow Baby Groot and Little Avengers. All right, it's for kids. Kids are probably going to love it. I'm going to love it. Okay, I'm going to watch it. But you love me some Baby Groot. They also talked about Guardians of the Galaxy's holiday special. What is the holiday special? No idea. But it's written and directed by James Gunn, so it's going to be great. It comes out in holiday 2022, and then Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is supposed to come out holiday 2023. So, we'll see. We don't know what the holiday special is about. They're going to film it at the same time as they're doing Volume 3. But I like holiday specials. I think they're cute. The new Star Wars holiday special, the Lego one, was cute. This will probably be cute. We got a trailer for The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which looks like a spy action thriller espionage type story. So it looks interesting. It looks like your classic, you know, what you would expect from a spy action thriller. It comes out March 2021 on Disney+. We also got a Loki trailer. I'm confused about. I don't know what Loki's supposed to be about. It looks like a weird mystery spy thriller also, but starring Loki. I thought it was going to be a time-traveling spacefaring adventure, but that's not what it looks like, so I don't understand what's going on, but that comes out May 2021. They also showed off the What If trailer. Now, What If is an animated show that's just going to be, it's based on a comic book series, or it's like, what if this happened instead of that? What if Peggy Carter got the super soldier serum? What if T'Challa was kidnapped by the Guardians? It's going to be stuff like that. All right. It comes out summer 2021. She-Hulk. We got some She-Hulk casting information. So Tatiana Maslany is starring as the titular hero. I don't know who she is, but if you do, I'm happy for you. And then she's going to be joined by Mark Ruffalo. He's returning as Hulk. And this is exciting. Not many people are talking about this, but Tim Roth is returning as Abomination. The last time we saw Tim Roth as Abomination was in The Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton. They're slowly bringing The Incredible Hulk back into canon. Not a lot of people consider The Incredible Hulk part of the MCU canon, but it is. They brought back Thunderbolt Ross in Civil War, and now they're bringing back Tim Roth in She-Hulk. So I'm excited about that. I love me some Abomination. They also announced a Fantastic Four movie is coming, which, no surprise there. We knew they were going to make it. I'm excited that it's happening, but it wasn't a huge surprise just because they have Marvel's first family again because they bought Fox, so why wouldn't they make a Fantastic Four movie? I'm more surprised there wasn't an X-Men movie announcement, but oh well. It's being directed by John Watts, who did Spider-Man Homecoming, so that's exciting. Ant-Man 3 officially got a name. It's called Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. So Ant-Man's a fun superhero series, so I'm excited to see Ant-Man 3. And Kang the Conqueror is the villain. So if you don't know Kang the Conqueror, if you want a newer version of Kang the Conqueror, go play Lego Marvel Superheroes 2. He's the villain in that. Miss Marvel and Monica Rambeau will appear in Captain Marvel 2. So Miss Marvel's being introduced in her show, Miss Marvel, of course, which they confirmed who the lead was. And then Monica Rambeau is the little kid in Captain Marvel. She's gonna appear in WandaVision, older, and then she's gonna appear in Captain Marvel 2. Kevin Feige he didn't mention Spider-Man 3 very much. He didn't talk about the whole rumors that's going on with Spider-Man 3 about how Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are rumored to be casted and how Doc Ock has been casted. But he did say that Doctor Strange is going to connect to Spider-Man 3. That's all he said. Which pretty much confirms there's multiverse shit going on in Spider-Man 3, which looks to be into the Spider-Verse. Christian Bale has also been cast as Gore the Butcher in Thor 4, so if you like Christian Bale, he's going to be in a Marvel movie. And then they announced that Black Panther will not be recast. They are not recasting T'Challa. They are just moving on, having somebody else take up the mantle, which is good. I'm glad, all right? They should not recast him. Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace. He was great at the role. They should not try to recast him. They should just forge ahead. That's been put off to July 8th, 2022. So that's a lot of Marvel stuff they talked about. I touched on most of it. There's a couple, like, a lot of the casting information, if you care about that. I didn't really touch on that. But there were just a little bit of updates to the roster. There's a lot of TV shows in the works now. And they touched on the other ones like Moon Knight, Miss Marvel. They touched on those, and Blade. But you can go look at that. I don't remember who's all casted, and I don't really know a lot of the names. So if you know the names, then you go ahead. In other Disney news, Lucasfilm news, they talked about Indiana Jones 5 is officially in pre-production. Yep, Indiana Jones 5, the movie that everyone's been waiting for, I guess. All right, I don't need it. I don't know who wants Indiana Jones 5. Apparently, it's slated for 2022, and they're saying it's the last indie film. I won't believe it until I see it. In other Disney news, they talked about how Noah Hawley, the person behind the Fargo TV show, is making an Alien series set on Earth for FX. I like the Alien franchise. It's a little hit and miss. All right, they're kind of going on bumpy roads, kind of like the Terminator franchise, hit or miss. But I'm excited to see more Alien, and it's an Alien TV show. So Pixar is doing some interesting things. So Pixar is making a Buzz Lightyear solo film called Lightyear. It's a prequel to Toy Story, but it's not about the toy. It's the movie that the toy Buzz Lightyear is based off of. So that's interesting, all right? It's like an in-universe movie, and now they're making it. Chris Evans will be voicing Buzz Lightyear, which is interesting. I don't know why they didn't have Tim Allen voice Buzz Lightyear, but probably because this is not the toy. This is the movie that the toy is based off of. So, and it's coming out summer 2022. Walt Disney Animation Studios is also making a Tiana and Moana Disney Plus shows. One's going to follow Tiana, the Princess and the Frog Princess in New Orleans. and then the other one's going to follow Moana on the sea. So, if you want to see more Tiana and Moana, you're getting that. Raya and the Last Dragon, the new animated movie by Disney, is going to be doing the premiere access thing that Mulan did. So you pay $30, you can watch it at home on Disney Plus, or you go to a theater March 5th to watch it. So they're doing that. They're also doing a new animated movie called Encanto, which is going to take place in Colombia with a magical family in a magical house. That's the premise. Lin-Manuel is going to be writing some songs for it, so it's interesting. I think they said it was the 60th animated movie that they've made, so that's a lot of movies that they've made, Disney. You've made a lot of movies. But it looks, I mean, we got like a really short trailer, but usually Walt Disney Animation Studios makes pretty impressive movies. They also announced Iwaju, which is a sci-fi animated series coming to Disney Plus in 2022. Well, a sci-fi animated show, I think, coming to Disney Plus in 2022. Again, it's going to be good. It's Walt Disney Animation Studios, and they're working with another studio. I forget the name of the studio, but I'm intrigued by it because Walt Disney usually makes good animated shows and movies. Then they also announced 2 more shows based on already previous made Pixar movies and Walt Disney Animation movies. Zootopia Plus and Doug Days. Zootopia Plus is going to be like a Disney Plus for Zootopia, I guess, I think. It's going to have like a bunch of little tiny stories following different Zootopia characters as well as like the shows in the Zootopia universe, I guess. I don't understand, but he'd probably come up with a better name. And then Doug Days is going to follow the dog from Up. All right, it looks cute. So they also talked about 2 shows that I don't understand. I really don't. Beauty and the Beast and Lion King are getting prequels. What are they going to be about? All right, Beauty and the Beast. What's the prequel going to be about? You gonna just have the Beast hanging out in the castle, all mopey and sad, and talking to Ian McGregor's Lumiere? Is that what's gonna happen? You're gonna have Belle just reading books in the library? What's the story you're gonna tell here, Disney? I don't understand. And then the Lion King prequel, the whole conflict is Mufasa gets killed, and then Simba has to learn to be a king. Is the prequel just gonna be Mufasa chilling with Scar, being like, "Oh, let's go get drinks together" or something? Is that what the prequel's gonna be about? I don't understand, Disney. All right, I don't. But you know, you're smarter than I am. You've made a lot more money than I have, so you must know what you're doing. The Pinocchio live action movie is also going direct to Disney Plus. It's not going to theaters anymore, so if you were really pining for that Pinocchio live action movie, it's gonna go to Disney Plus. They're also doing a Sister Act 3. If you never watched the Sister Act movies, they're just fun little movies starring Whoopi Goldberg. So they're making a 3rd one. They're also making a sequel to Enchanted called Disenchanted. Real clever name there. I haven't watched Enchanted in forever. I'm surprised it took them this long to make a sequel though. And Hocus Pocus 2, I guess. I don't know who's asking. I mean, Hocus Pocus is a good movie, but I don't think I was pining for a sequel. But they're making a sequel. And then they're doing a Night at the Museum sequel, but animated. I'm not a big fan of that. I like Night at the Museum. I like the live action nature of it. I don't want an animated version, but that's what they're doing, so I can't stop them. They're doing a Diary of a Wimpy Kid series, animated, which I think will work better for the Diary of a Wimpy Kid because a lot of that's drawings. I think that'll work better than the live action version, especially since you don't have to worry about the kids aging up like they did with the franchise, and they had to like recast, and that was a whole debacle. They're doing an animated show instead. They're also making another Ice Age. Who wanted another Ice Age? Who was sitting and realistically, non-sarcastically said, you know what I would really like to watch? More Ice Age. If you were saying that, I hate you. Well, actually, that's a little extreme. I don't hate you, but like, you should go watch better movies because nobody wanted another Ice Age, but they're making another Ice Age, so someone wanted it out there, and I blame you for everything that's wrong with the world. That might be a little extreme, but I don't care. You asked for another Ice Age. But yeah, that was pretty much it for the Disney Investor Day call. There was a lot of stuff and a lot of stuff I didn't talk about. I didn't touch on the National Geographic stuff. I didn't touch on half the originals that they talked about. All right, I just mostly mentioned Marvel stuff and the Star Wars stuff, and then a lot of the other ones I cared about. But there was a lot of stuff talked about. They are not messing around. 10 Star Wars shows, 10 Marvel shows, and 15 other shows. They're not messing around. They're not playing. They're coming for that crown. Well, they probably already have it. I mean, they own like half the entertainment industry, but that's another matter altogether. But yeah, let me know what you're excited about from the Disney Investor call, because there was a lot talked about. And then another big news, the other big event that happened yesterday was the Game Award. Now I'll go over who won and who lost next Tuesday when I talk about if my predictions were right. You'll probably already know who won or lost, but I'm going to make a little video analyzing my predictions and then being like, Max, you were dumb. So I'm going to talk about here all the announcements that happened. So first off, we had Devolver Digital, who everyone loves. They make the best E3 conferences, and they're behind Fall Guys and stuff. They announced Loop Hero, which looks to be a roguelite deck building game. So if you're into that, there you go. Then there's a game called Tachia, which is like a colorful open world island adventure game, I guess. Again, looks cute. So if you're into that, go check it out. I'll link in the description a link to every single game announcement so that you can go watch all the trailers and stuff. And I'm not going to talk about every game announcement because there's a lot I didn't care about. I'm going to talk about the ones I just thought were interesting. Sea of Solitude is coming to the Switch, so that's interesting. Sea of Solitude is a cute little indie game. I haven't played it, but I've been wanting to play it, so maybe I'll pick it up on the Switch. Century Age of Ashes is a medieval fantasy game where you ride dragons and fight other people in PvP action. It's supposed to come out February 2021. It looks like one of those hit or miss games. Like, it could be great, but it could also be trash. So we'll have to see. You go watch the trailer. You let me know. They announced the new Smash Fighter 2, Sephiroth. So if you're a Final Fantasy lover, he's from Final Fantasy apparently. I haven't played Final Fantasy, but if you like Final Fantasy, he's from that. So I hope you're happy. You know, I was rooting for somebody else, but I hope you're happy. I was rooting for Chief or Doom Guy, but can't get what you want. The Initiative is making a brand new Perfect Dark. Perfect Dark is an old game series, and we haven't really had a new Perfect Dark in a little while. Well, there's another one in the works. We didn't see any gameplay, just a lot of CGI trailers. If you're a Perfect Dark fan, you got another Perfect Dark coming your way. Back 4 Blood is a zombie game made by Turtle Rock, the visionary people behind Left 4 Dead. They are making a spiritual successor called Back 4 Blood, and I am ready for it. All right, Left 4 Dead is such a great zombie survival game. Valve has really slept on that license, not making a Left 4 Dead 3. I don't understand you, Valve. So Turtle Rock is taking it into their own hands and releasing Back 4 Blood in June 2021. I'm excited. I hope it's really good. Please be good. Please be good. Hood Outlaws and Legends looks to be a multiplayer Assassin's Creed. Comes out May 10th, and it does look a lot like Assassin's Creed, but multiplayer. Like, you're just walking around with your friends and, you know, assassinating people. If you want a multiplayer Assassin's Creed thing, Hood Outlaws and Legends, it's for you. We finally got a Dragon Age 4 trailer, which is really exciting. I'm ready for Dragon Age 4. All right, BioWare, please don't mess it up. Like, please don't mess it up. I beg you, okay? I don't have much faith because of Anthem, but please, I beg you, please, 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 don't mess it up. All right? Don't. And it was just a CGI trailer, so we didn't get any gameplay, but I'm excited for it. I'm very excited for it. Endless Dungeon, if you're the Endless franchise fan, they're making Endless Dungeon, so be happy about that. And Crimson Desert looks really good, but it looks like it might be too ambitious. That's my worry. It's an open world action adventure game. It looks like it's medieval, and it's online, and there's a lot going on in the trailer. The combat looks really nice. It looks really nice and fluid. Coming out in 2021, but I'm worried that it's gonna be too ambitious. Please just rein yourself in a little bit. Just rein yourself in a little bit. I want you to be good. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Arc 2 got announced. I don't know who was sitting waiting for Arc 2 because I don't know how you can make sequels to these kinds of games. But Arc 2 got announced, starring Vin Diesel, I guess. Vin Diesel goes from the horrible Fast and Furious game to Arc 2, so I don't know if that's an upgrade. And they're making an animated series with a lot of stellar talent behind it. You should go look at the cast list. It's a lot of stellar talent behind it. So I'll have to watch the animated series. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to play Arc 2, but I'll have to watch the animated series. Fall Guys Season 3, if you're playing that, they showed off the trailer. It looks to be like a Wintry Wonderland type season. Or, of course, we're December. Why wouldn't it be? Callisto Protocol is a Dead Space spiritual successor. It's made by the same guy who made Dead Space 1, and it looks like Dead Space. It looks creepy and interesting, all right? It's not Dead Space 3. It looks more like Dead Space 1. So, if you're a Dead Space fan, I'm excited for you. Evil Dead is finally getting a game. I've never watched the Evil Dead movies, but I felt like somebody would care about that because it's a popular movie series. Elder Scrolls Online's next expansion was announced with a global reveal event of January 21st. It's the Gates of Oblivion. So we went to Skyrim, now we're going to Oblivion. What's next? Are we just going down the list, going the Elder Scrolls series back in time? Is that what we're doing? Is that? I feel like that's what's happening. So yeah, if you're a big Elder Scrolls Online player, you are going to Oblivion. I'm excited for you. Master Chief, he didn't get invited to Smash. Oh no. He got invited to Fortnite. So, yay. You can go play as Master Chief in Fortnite. And you can also you'll also be able to play as Daryl and Michonne from The Walking Dead eventually in Fortnite. So, I mean, honestly, this game is a bigger, more ambitious crossover than Smash is. Than Avengers Endgame is. Like, you have the Marvel heroes. You have frickin' Batman and Aquaman. You have John Wick, Mandalorian, Rey, frickin' Master Chief, Kratos, Daryl. You've got a lot of people. What game can you run around as Master Chief and shoot John Wick in the face? What game can you fight as Iron Man versus Batman? I'll tell you. None. Except for Fortnite. It's like a little kid playing with toys in a toy box. That's what Fortnite's become. I'm still not going to play it. Epic, you can't make me play it. It's not happening. No matter how much you poke and prod. No matter who you add, I'm not doing it. I survived the Marvel years. I survived... Actually, no, I didn't survive during Star Wars. I played a little bit during Star Wars. But I survived the Marvel years. I'm going to survive during this. Okay? Okay? Okay. Just Cause is getting a mobile game, I guess. Why not? Why not? Everyone gets a freaking mobile game nowadays. Let's just throw Just Cause on there. Alright? You didn't do well with Just Cause 4, so what's your next stop? Mobile. And you know what your next stop after that? A smart fridge. And then arcade cabinets. Yes, arcade cabinets are lower than a smart fridge. Don't ask me why. And then finally, one of the biggest news of the Game Awards night was a brand new Mass Effect was announced. Please, BioWare, don't screw it up. Don't screw it up. Don't do Andromeda again. Don't do Anthem again. Please. It's going to be a direct sequel to the original trilogy of Mass Effect. Please. BioWare, you have Dragon Age 4 and Mass Effect now. You could make a humongous comeback. Don't screw it up. Yeah, that was all the Game Award announcements. I mean, there was a lot more I didn't touch on, a lot that I don't really care about. There was a lot talked about. And I'm going to talk about who won what, and some of you are probably going to be really mad about who won certain things. But that's okay. That's the Game Awards. It's like the Oscars. You're going to be mad about some things. And then for the final piece of news of the day, Cyberpunk 2077 came out. Yep, it's out. Oh my gosh. Finally, it's actually out. Like, it actually is a thing. They didn't delay it. I mean, I'm still wouldn't be surprised if they were like, if they retracted all the physical copies right now and they're like, sorry, we're just going to, you can have this in a couple years. I would not be surprised at this point. But it is struggling on Xbox One and PS4. The base Xbox Ones and PS4s. Lots of clipping issues, lots of lag, lots of bugs. So if you have an original Xbox One or original PS4, I would hesitate. I would wait. I would either upgrade to a Series X or PS5, or just wait until they iron it out. Because it doesn't work very well. Now I could do a whole rant about this, about how if this was EA or Bethesda doing this, all hell would break loose and the internet would be tearing them apart. But apparently, since it's CD Projekt Red, they get a pass. But this is not okay. All right, we can't let this be okay. CD Projekt Red marketed Cyberpunk 2077 to Xbox One and PS4. They did. They withheld the Xbox One and PS4 versions for the reviewers. Reviewers only got their hands on the PC version. And the reviewers only got to show pre-approved footage that CD Projekt Red pre-approved. That's a little seedy. I don't like that. CD Projekt Red, we like you. What are you doing? You're really testing my patience, CD Projekt Red. I really hope other people see that this is a little iffy of a scenario. All right? And if this was EA or BioWare, you'd be tearing them a new one right now. You'd be threatening to boycott them. You'd be screaming for fire. Twitter would be an uproar over this. But since it's CD Projekt Red, they're not. But again, they withheld the console versions knowing full well they were not working. And this game got delayed a lot to make them work, but they withheld them. They didn't tell you. So if you have an original Xbox One or original PS4, I'd withhold until upgrading to a Series X or PS5, or until they fix the bugs. But yeah, that is it for this week of news. I hope you enjoyed. There was a lot of stuff to cover, all right? And I hope you enjoyed that now I'm more than just gaming news. I'm doing entertainment news too, because I like me some entertainment news, all right? With that being said, I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, and all the fun stuff us YouTubers tell you guys to do. Follow me on social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I open most on Twitter, sometimes on Facebook, barely ever on Instagram. Follow all those places, subscribe to me here. And with that, I hope to see you in the next video.